Hello there, and welcome to my channel, Novice Modelling in a Midlife Crisis. My name is Andy, and today we're looking at my Military Miniatures 135 scale US Infantry West European Theatre by Tamiya, which is a kit containing 8 figures that was kindly sent to me by a nice chappie called Andrew, because he wanted to see me build some figures, because I need to build some, because I haven't built a figure set yet, and it seems like a good idea to do it. So we're going to be putting this one together over the next week or so and painting it up. And we're going to see what this novice Muppet who makes models badly can come out with. So to give you a bit of history on this particular kit, it was originally formed in 1974. That's when the tooling was made. And it's been jogging happily and merrily along ever since. Current prices on this on eBay, new, sort of range between the £5 and £8 mark, so you can pick these up relatively inexpensively and you get 8 figures. So I mean, obviously with them being an older tooling, they're not going to be as well detailed as things that are coming out of Ukraine with the likes of ICM and Mini Art at the moment. But for someone like myself, a bona fide novice who hasn't got a clue at painting figures, it's a really good idea to probably start with something simpler, because overloading yourself with loads and loads of complicated detail and badges and uniform insignia is probably not a really good place to start at. Whereas something like HGIs in Europe, they're all going to be quite simple to paint up. I mean, we've got very sort of ordinary, not particularly well detailed sort of combat uniforms on them, and the standard range of weapons. So it just seems to me like an ideal starting point to jump off at. So we're going to throw the parts in front of you. We're going to have a look at them, and yeah, they're not great, but they're great for me. So we've got one walking figure who we'll have a look at first. He basically comes almost completely assembled. We only need to put his arm and some water bottles and various equipment on him, including a helmet. So let's get a closer look up at him. He's got a face on him. You can see some detail on the zip on his tunic. He's got one hand in his pocket. He does have some seam lines on his trousers and his jacket there, which we can take off with a bit of a sanding stick, I'm thinking. But that looks relatively easy. I mean, you're looking at 3-4 different colours there, I would have thought. The next one we've got is this guy lying down on the floor, obviously as a sort of sniper. So his detail is sort of flattened off on his belly. But on the rear, he's got some decent enough ruffles on his jacket and trousers. We can see his belt there. Not really much going on in the way of seam lines to remove. Yeah, there are a few, but that should come out quite easily. Face-wise, there's not much going on in his face, but that's pretty good for me because I just throw a bit of pink on him. I haven't really had any opportunity to try eyes yet, so maybe we'll have a go at these. We've got this guy here. Now the detail on his jacket looks pretty reasonable. See, he's got some pouches. He's got a bit of webbing going on. His face looks different to the other guys. Got some more pouches here. And then we have another guy here. Again, it's pretty crisp for something that's 50 years, a 50-year-old tooling. Face, not particularly got much of an expression on it. But the boots, we've got detail there. It's enough for me to throw some paint on. A few seam lines again. Bit of sanding stick, no problem. Okay, next up we have another guy. It's all pretty similar. Boots have got detail. Tunic, it's looking pretty good. We've got a nice rucksack up here, which is quite an interesting piece of kit. Got a whole bunch of entrenching tools. A couple of bread bags that look pretty reasonable. Another guy here. He's got an open jacket. Got a set of legs, which we don't need to do anything with, just stick his body on. So I think these are going to go together quite nice. We've got another guy here who's crouching down. Again, you can see the gaiters on his boots. Do them in a slightly different colour. We've got a standard sort of weapons collection of some Tommy guns, some rifles, some carbines, and we've got a BAR with 2 tripods, strangely. Okay. The entrenching tools we've looked at. Hands, what are they like? They're good enough for me. I think this is just going to be a really good sort of practice kit at the end of the day. So there's no formal instructions that come with this, but we do get a bunch of hints on the back, I suppose you could say. So they're the ideas of what we can actually paint them up like. So we can see we've got some slight variation between the jacket and the colour of the trousers. Obviously this guy's got a different coloured jacket on. He's maybe a junior officer of some sort, or I'm not quite sure. Obviously we've got difference in colours here. We've got a tarp, personal tarpaulin, I think, on this rucksack. I like that rucksack. Different colour on the gaiters. I mean, yeah, I think they should look all right. So I'm going to probably throw these together over the next day, stick them together, just the actual basic forms of the figures. And then maybe I'll try and paint one up a day or something like that. And we'll probably try and get this done within a week or so and see how they come out. But I'm kind of stoked and kind of looking forward to it. We've nearly finished something as well. The Casa C200 212 is just needing its masking taken off, and it needs a bit of varnish on the top layer, and that one's done. So we're cooking on gas. So thanks very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. We're going to be building this, and we've got a Titanic that we're going to start as well. So we've got a few things to be getting on with. So please do check out the description box, where you can get in and have a look at all the other 135 kits that I've reviewed. And we'll be building this one over the next few days. So as always, be seeing you.